Just to expand on that, when I was in my 20s, I worked as a currencies and stock index futures trader. I was the youngest local on the exchange floor at that time. So I worked in that world for about 4 years, and then realized my heart and soul was about being an artist. So I ran off to Mexico. We have some common ground there, just to get away from everything, make a complete break. But all of my friends were in the financial world, still are in the financial world. A few years after that, I was connected with the offshore world through the Isle of Man. Met some very influential people there, spent a long time there, witnessed the 2007-2008 financial crisis from the perspective of an offshore banking center. And that was sort of the key to the puzzle that had been missing all along. I already saw currencies very differently to most people, just because you don't learn about money really anywhere. Even economists don't learn about monetary theory or money mechanics. They treat money as what they call a neutral agent, just like accountants treat money as a unit of account. Money has attributes. Money is a mode of governance, and that is moving to a whole new level, potentially, with central bank digital currency. So I don't want to get into the details too much right now, but rather offer you some optimism, some action points, I guess. Right now, the Bank of Canada is doing a survey that will be open until the 19th of this month. So if you go onto their website and just Google CBDC, Central Bank Digital Currency Survey, it'll take you about an hour. There's like 100 questions there. But please take that opportunity to weigh in and just express. Some of you know a lot about the subject, some of you don't know much, but we're looking to buy time right now. So just wherever you have an opportunity to say, I'm not going to use this, I don't want this, just like check that box and keep moving. What's happening at the moment too with TD Bank is very interesting. So I got myself embroiled in a little battle there, and some of you will know about that. They wanted to do away with their old access card electronic services agreement and split that into an access card agreement and a digital banking agreement. So a lot of us just on point of, and they would tell us nothing's changed. We've just got 2 agreements now, but a lot of things have changed. They're opening the door for open banking, which is going to be one of the elements that will tie into central bank digital currency if and when it comes. So believe me, a lot of changes will come as a result of that. Nothing really is changing on the surface at the moment, but we have an opportunity to fight this too, because they tell us in that new agreement that the existing agreements are still standing. So I wrote a letter and said, I'm not using your digital banking services. I didn't download apps on my phone. If you downloaded apps on your phone, please consider just deleting them and let the bank know you're deleting them. I then launched a complaint, so it's moving up the chain. So even though the date for cutting accounts off for people that said they weren't going to do the digital banking agreement has come and gone, my account is still working. A number of us are doing this. And the point is, what they're trying to do right now is bring everything that was once considered electronic under the heading digital. And that's important for the central bank digital currency, because this is a new form of money, but it will be what they call sovereign money. It is part of the base money. It's part of M0, which is cash coin central bank reserves. The way they describe it, it is as if central bank reserves, which are now only used for settling bank accounts within the central bank, it's as if they were to let those flow out into the real economy and move around as a medium of exchange. But those funds have always been called electronic. So they're doing the same thing again. They're rolling out the central bank digital currency and calling it digital, because this will not be money in any sense that we understand money as a unit of exchange, a neutral unit. Rishi Sunak in the UK talks about this as being a real-time payment system. He doesn't even refer, so forget about pound sterling or backing the money with anything. This is simply a way of keeping track of your traveling, your purchase habit. Anyway, Brett's gone over a lot of that already. What I would just like to say very, very quickly is do the survey. If you bank with TD, go and ask some questions. Even though supposedly it's all over now, you still have the option to back out and voice your disapproval. But I am working with a lot of monetary reform groups. I've been a monetary reformer for over 20 years. I have letters from Paul Martin when he was finance minister. I was haranguing them back then. That was 96. And so things are happening very quickly, but we do have a chance to win more control, because banking has never been, let me say, money has always been a power struggle between governments and private banks, and that's where we are now. So we have this strange paradox at the moment where it looks like we're moving into a corporatized world. However, we're going to be getting central bank digital currency. The banks don't want central bank digital currency because that gives all the power to the government. Now the government may be captured. So it's an incredibly convoluted story. But the point is there are factions, it's not them against us. There are factions there that are fighting among themselves. And this is our opportunity to get in there and say, hey, wait a minute, you have to listen to us. I just launched, I don't have a book to show here or a website to send you to, but I just launched a Substack where I've been starting to post some of my own writings. So I invite you to check that out. I could maybe just share that with Guy or any of you guys to pass along if you're interested. And I will close it there on a positive note from the financial side. Thank you.